Yeah, and let's, awesome. Okay, we are now live streaming. I'm going to go ahead and just move this over because I don't want that far, and I can just grab this here. All right, cool. Now let's move this over so that I got a little bit more room to reach. There we go. Okay, so let's just get rid of that. There, awesome. Thanks everybody for tuning in. And we're just discussing TradingView right now and a little bit how to use it. But this watch list here, back to where we were talking, for when you open up a TradingView account, I think it's 30 that you can add here. That's going to be like all the things that you watch, the things that you're in, but then anything else that you want to kind of keep tabs on, anything else that you feel would be important to watch. Like I'm probably never going to trade XRP. But I'll watch it. Why? Because I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's the pulse of the market. And that's one of the arteries that I can check. So this list here is what you want to really focus on building when you first open up your account at TradingView so that you can start watching these markets. And if there is something that you want me to analyze in the mornings, let's add it to the list. Like I've got this list here because this is what I'm watching. But if there's something you want me to analyze, you can go ahead and either leave a comment or for the private members that come on, of course, you can message me, and we can analyze that together. So where were we going with that? What was the next thing that you were going to ask me about that? The watch list.
It was how we did it, how we can get the watch list on, just in case, because it's TradingView, right? Just in case somebody wants to go in. So it's not TradeView, because I was actually trying to do that. Okay, but it's tradingview.com.
Yep.
And then it's good to set up your account for free, right? And then once you're in there, you were saying it's on the right side?
That's right. The watch list icon is up in the top right of the browser window. This is the little, it basically just opens up a tray. Yeah, and then there are the alerts. These are nice. You can set up alerts, create rules. So if the price does this, then let me know. That kind of thing. And then here's where you can like have drawings. Like whenever I put up a line, it'll create this line here, and I can change the order of it and all that stuff. Some little fancy tools for charting. And then ideas. If you want to share something, like I'm doing this. Like all of my market analysis, I could publish ideas if I want. And then there's even a social aspect where people can comment on your ideas within TradingView as well. So yeah, this here, I don't go into these very much. I did more so when I was trading before, like before COVID. But I just use the watch list to keep an eye on things.
Yeah, well, that's all I want, and I wanted to know was, how you were in here, right?
Yeah.
And eventually I might want to know, lines and stuff like that, but I'm just wanting the platform at the moment.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Cool. Okay, well, we'll go through analysis today here, and it's already 3:30 or at 7:30. Look at that. Okay, cool. So silver is still gradually crawling its way up. As you can see, the average price across this white line here that I have, it seems to follow the price fairly closely, that nice curved line. And then there's this slower curve. These are two lines that I like to follow. One is an average of the last 50 days, And then the other one, the one that moves a little bit faster, that's the average of the last 7 days. So you can see that 7-day average is now starting to curl back up again after this pulse. And so this little dip here, I think this is probably going to be it. We're going to be watching this go towards my target of $33 next. Again, I could be wrong, but this is just, it looks beautiful. We have this low here, a high that beats out its previous high. This low here is higher than the previous low, and so on and so forth. So this is very, very encouraging to see. I expect this to come to fruition here, reach this target within the next week or so, week to 2 weeks. Gold, forming new highs. Let's zoom in here, there we go. Formed a new high already this morning. Yesterday it was really pushing up against this, oh, it looks like it did too. So the previous high was 26.85, and then yesterday, yep, sure enough, 26.85 again. Oh my gosh, it didn't quite beat it out. It was 58 cents. 26.85 and 58 cents on September 26th. That was the last high. Yesterday, it fell short by 17 cents. But today, it's come out of the gate. I don't even think there's any... Oh, there was a little bit of a... Yeah, right here there was a little bit of a dip. But otherwise, it opened very strongly. Yeah, opened very strongly, and already today has formed a new high. So I'm going to move... Oh, not that one. Where's my line? There it is. So I'll move our all-time high line now up to the 26, what is it? 26.88. Beautiful. So again, with gold, my target is the 27.50 right now. That's going to be where I believe we'll see another pullback to retest this area that we're pressing up against right now. And so we can, yeah, once this gets up over top of that, like a nice, good, clean break, solid day or two, we'll rebounce off of this level here that we're at right now, because this is the previous all-time high. So we're watching it kind of in slow motion right now. But when this happens, it bounces back off of this, we'll see a nice big push. Nice big push up to that 27.50. S&P 500 forming new highs again as well. Of course, only due to inflation, not because that reflects anything to do with the markets or its value. We are crawling up towards this target of 59.22. It will likely do that here in the next couple of days, coming up to the end of the moon cycle as well, so we can expect a pulse, a quick movement here, probably, what is today, Thursday? Might even happen over the weekend. All right, Dow Jones, same idea, pushing up those all-time highs. Gotta make the people believe everything is okay. And, oh no, yeah, no, we started the new moon, didn't we? Yeah, we started the new moon 2 days ago. Okay, cool. Is that right? I don't know. I don't watch the calendar. I'm just looking at this chart software that I use to analyze that. Yeah, I'll look into that and make sure I'm actually lined up. But I thought that we had still a few more days. So, yeah, all-time high already placed at 43,282. What's that, sorry?
1 day ago.
1 day ago?
1 day.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we'll be watching probably the rest of the week then. We'll be watching some quick pulses. Price action likes to move quickly right after the switch of the moon, so we'll watch it as it unfolds here today, tomorrow. But this is definitely did a very, very quick retest yesterday of this consolidation zone. Didn't even bother dipping into it, and is already pressing up. So, what's that?
What's that one?
This is the Dow Jones, or
Okay.
the top 30 companies in America.
So what's the code?
It's US 30
Thank
is
you.
the symbol search. Yeah, if you search for US 30, it'll come. There's tons of different feeds you can choose from. I like to just pick the trading view ones. This one here is forex.com. That's probably because it's what I used to use all the time.
Mm.
Japanese markets still, yeah, definitely not able to break out above that, above this pivot zone here. I honestly think this. I can't believe it's still going on. I mean, especially after all the the full disclosure that they gave the people of their banking system. It's just ridiculous how much it's continuing. NPC, some pullback actually on the crypto markets today, which is great. Means that there's probably a good chance to make some more money somewhere, especially with adding to our bags, getting that dollar cost average lower. But NPC has, after that all-time high, it's been retesting the previous high area, and now we can actually see even. I'm going to move this purple screen up, or this purple zone up, because this area here, yeah, this area here is a range between this high that we had before and the last, this last little bit of price action. So this is going to be the zone to start buying. So as this price action pulls back from the all-time high and starts to dip back into this area, this would be another good time to buy, especially if it dips underneath that 3 cent mark. Oof, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. One of the biggest reasons why this project is going so well is they've got two main components for the project that are boosting its growth as time goes on. And those two components, when it comes down to these, especially within this realm, this whole crypto space, we look at the company, we can look at the founders, we can look at all that stuff, and that's not bad. But what makes or breaks these projects is communication and community. So community means are people together on this? Are they working together on this project? Or is this just like a 5-man show? Is it being built by a community? And then communication is, okay, so that community, how well can they communicate their ideas? How well can they communicate what they're working on? So those two things are the first things that I'm looking for, because even if you've got the star-spangled banner of executive team on your community, if you don't have good communication, there's no engagement. Like, people aren't going to be rallying any kind of support for you. So the fact that this particular ecosystem has been around for as long as it has, the fact that the little pumps and dumps that it's been having have really been inconsequential. Nobody's lost anything off of them. I shouldn't say it that way. People will have lost some on this because they'll panic. But if you're just consistent with this one, you're doing well. But their communication and their community aspect, and the fact that they're playing off of this idea that the people who are still in the matrix are acting like non-playable characters. They're just regurgitating the program. The fact that this awareness of two different types of people is coming to the forefront so much, it's making this community prosper. And so we're taking advantage of it. It's the meme culture. Let's make some money off of memes. We've been sharing those memes enough, we might as well make money off of them. Sundog. Sundog on the, this is on the Tron network. Lots of big dip from where I purchased. In fact, I'm way down low. I did add to my position just a little while ago too. Yeah, right here. On October 12th, I added to this position. So I'm in a really good spot for it to continue up. If the price does dip down and heads towards this low here, I will reconsider possibly taking out half of what I have here and putting it somewhere else where I think I'll get growth faster than than this coming back and recovering. But I wouldn't make that decision until I see the price go below this low back here at the 17 cents. But because right now it's still holding its own, this pullback here is normal. This community has great communication, and so I anticipate that when this next little, we'll see an injection come into like the Bitcoins and the Ethereums, I believe, and it's from that that we'll start to notice a lot of these other other ecosystems start to follow suit. Bonk. This is another meme coin that I actually just got yesterday. Very, very tiny amount because the amount that this thing is so tiny. Oh my goodness. So this particular meme is worth, well, it's got decimal, but it's not until the 6th decimal point where there's a number. Everything's a zero. So 0.00002 cents. And so I got $100 worth.
Isn't it the fifth one?
One, two, three, four. Oh, you're right. It is on the 5th decimal point where there's a 2. Yep, you're right. So 4 zeros and a 2. I got $100 worth. This is your play money. We'll see what happens. This is the main meme coin for Solana, which is another more major crypto ecosystem.
So that's in the U.S.
It is in the where?
USD.
Yeah, in USD, it is 2/10,000ths of a cent. Oh, 2/1000ths of a dollar. Sorry. 10,000ths. Yes, 10,000ths.
Just wanted to add it. That's Coinbase.
You could probably get it through Coinbase. What I did was, I'll show you actually.
I'm just looking at it's BONKUSD, or it's crypto.
Yep, I just go off of crypto. Yeah, it's just an index. I think you can get. Oh yeah, I searched Bonk USD, and I grabbed it here, Bonk USD off of crypto, which is just the trading view directory. But there's Bitstamp, there's Bitfinex, Kraken has got an index on it too. Like Corey likes to use Kraken, and so if he was adding to his watch list, he would be picking assets that were drawing from Kraken's price report.
Okay.
Because Kraken is where he's trading, right? That's where his assets are. So he's trading out of Kraken, so he wants the Kraken feed of data. That way he knows he's more accurate on his charting, right? Some of these brokers have differences. There's sometimes deviation between them. And it's just because that's their price. That's their price. So yeah, with Bonk here, we're seeing good support being built as time has gone on. Right now, we're in the middle of a it's very elongated triangle pattern, or pennant pattern. I'll show you. Grab this line here, and we just kind of bring it down toward, like, through the averages of these points here. I'm actually going to adjust it so that it's more like this. So we can see that there's the start of the declining highs, and then another line coming up from here where this has become a point of support for that lower price. So between the two of these, actually, yeah, let's go right back to here because that even exemplifies this more. Okay, so that wedge pattern is probably going to build And it might even dip down. If it dips down into here, maybe I'll get some more. I don't know. I'm good with this $100. I'm not too concerned about what this does, because really it's so cheap. If it goes up to a cent, like I'm on the logarithmic. Remember, I'm on this logarithmic scale. So if I go to 1 cent right there, price difference from here to 1 cent. Almost there it is. That's 43,000%. So, I mean, if it goes to 1 cent, that $100 will do me pretty good. Why? Because when you get $100 worth of bonk, let me call up this chart here because I have the total in, I think it's, yeah, in this wallet. Bonk. I have 7 million bonk. So if it goes to a cent, I'll have $700,000 off of my 100. Will it go to a cent? Who knows? It's fun because it's a meme. Woo, back to seriousness now. So this is the Woo coin. This is the social trading platform where people are actually interacting back and forth between buyer and seller in live real time. And this has been ranging since it made a nice big push towards the support at 21 cents. It's been ranging back and forth between this resistance and this support area from, yeah, around the 15 cent level. And so between those two, it's just, yeah, bouncing back and forth. No sign or indication of it going down at the moment, because even the low prices are not going as low as they were before. So the higher lows, higher highs over the past few weeks is a good indication. What we would want to see is a good push towards the 25 cent level, and likely that's when we'll see some pullback as it gets support on this major line right here at 21 cents. Once it hits that support, we'll see it skyrocket and push up towards the next level. And even if it only goes up to that second level there, this one here rather, even if it only goes back up to 36 cents, that's 100%. That's 100% increase from where we are right now. And yeah, this is a fantastic, fantastic program. I'm really excited to see this come into full utility and even sign up. And yeah, once this comes up to the very top, that'll be 367% growth. And did you get some of this as well?
Mm-hmm.
Woo?
11th
Yeah.
October.
October 11th. You got some. Okay, let's go and see here.
In the morning.
Yeah, that's right. It was in the morning. So October 11th. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Just get a little bit more accurate with my day here. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Let's just quickly get out of the trade. Okay, here we go. October 11th. That was in the morning, right about here. Oh, look at that nice small candle that you got in on. Oh, so it's up right now 2.79%. It did go up 13% and retrace back down. Again, you're just at the bottom range of that. Oh no, this is the trade. Never mind. Yeah, you haven't even dipped back down into this this pivot zone here. So yeah, you're in a good spot. I'm down a bit though. I'm down how much? About 6% from my trade taken at the beginning of, no, that was the end of September. Yeah, just before my birthday. ARC. AI, focusing on privacy of data, is, oh yeah, this is awesome. I love this chart. The way that it broke out of this long-term trend line, had a great run up to that 3.7 cent level, retracing now, reaccumulating a bunch of volume in this pivot point here. This one's ready to go. When this one goes, it's not going to go slow. This one here is, these are the charts why we're watching the charts every day. These are the charts why sometimes I won't take any trade for like a week because I'm watching this one very carefully. This one, when it takes off and goes up to this high point here, it's going to be a 500 to 600% growth from where we are right now. And as a result, I might just add to this position. Oh no, I did already. Yeah, that's right. I just did add to this position on Saturday. So yeah, I've got 2 positions in this right now. I'm really, really happy with ARC. I think this project, when it takes off, this will all happen from here. It'll go from this price point up into this price point within a matter of days when it takes off. And so yeah, excited for that one, watching it every day. When it does that, my trade plan is to sell. I believe that when it reaches the all-time high, there will be a pull back, probably down to this level here. 42% decrease in price. That's not that's the kind of thing that happens. When that decrease happens, I will be I'll be selling at the top and rebuying after that retracement. If it doesn't retrace and continues going, I will still have some maintaining it because I believe this project will last for a few years at the least. We'll see. That's another thing too. Businesses are weird nowadays. It's like some people are going into business with the purpose of getting out of that business within 6 months. Like that's how fast things are moving right now. They know that they're not going to be able to keep up with technology. All they're wanting to do is position themselves as a provider for a short period of time for this development. And so they're starting companies and then saying, oh, look, it was a blazing success in 6 months, let's sell. And that's what they're doing because the technology is just moving so fast. Now, the commitments that these companies make are important. You know, my longest AI project, the group of people that are working on it, this is SingularityNet. The people that have been working on it have been leaders in AI development since the 80s. Those are the people that I'm following. These ones here, we have no idea their commitment. All I know is that they are positioned very well to do very well, to do very well within this AI bubble that will pop, and I will profit greatly from it. And so I follow this kind of stuff because this is going to make some really short-term money that then I'm going to turn around. When I sell this, I'm going to be turning around and turning a lot of that asset, this growth, into larger bags for my long-term projects that are going to be 5 years, 10 years in the development. So that's why we're doing this. I'm sorry for going off on a little bit of a tangent there, but that's what's going on. Tau. BitTensor, this is the one that's providing a lot of cloud computing power for big tech in their AI. And so this is going to be an index that provides a lot of liquidity for projects underneath it. And I believe that I definitely share the sentiment that this will overtake Ethereum in price per coin. It's going to, it's just simply because of how much infrastructure is required for their precious computers. I think that BitTensor is also very good at adapting to new technologies. Computer chips, we are not even making 2 years, 3 years from now, computer chips aren't even going to be made the same way that they're being made now. In fact, there's talk about a lot of the manufacturing plants having to be gutted and completely redesigned because the processes to make these new computer chips is completely different. Why? Because we're not using the same materials. They're using crystal. So they can't even approach manufacturing the same way anymore. And when big companies like this are talking about having to restructure how they where they get their chips from, that tells me, okay, yeah, these guys are in on this development. They're going to be here for a while, and they're going to experience a bubble popping just like everybody else in the space. But it's good to see that these these innovations that are coming out are going to empower the entire market. And yes, I totally see something like this overtaking Ethereum. Yeah, in fact, I think Ethereum. Well, I got my own. I'll talk about that another time. That's not what this show is for. It's analyzing charts. Let's get back to work. Injective token. This one here, yeah, I've got a couple positions on this one. This one is a longer term, going to be moving a lot more slowly, and we'll see these levels get overtaken as time goes on. I have no idea why those R1s are there, but we can see as this price here. I'm going to adjust this so we can see how those top prices got broken out. So this resistance line got broken out there. This was at the end of September. And then it's been retesting that line very, very well, accumulating some great volume in this area. We'll be watching this climb up, and likely, I think the next stopping point is actually going to be the $29 mark, simply because of how much strength came through to this $24 mark. I think that the next push will bring us up there, and we'll be even testing this $30 mark within the next couple weeks. That's my thinking. Right now I know I've got more. Oh yeah, no, that's June. That's middle of June. So this one, the one that I took in the middle of June, that one is down a bit, 17%. But then I took another one. Oh, and I can't see that particular. There we go. I took another one at the beginning of September, and that one is definitely done well for me since then, going up 30%. So overall, I am in profit on these two positions because my average price is like, I think it was like $19, $20 or something like that. That's something else I still have to do, is go through all my trades and figure out what my average price is on all these assets. All right, desync. Decentralized storage for cloud computing and web hosting, AI, all that good stuff. All about privacy. In fact, with Destra, to get hosting space with Destra, you can pay directly in cryptos, so there's no identifiable information attached to your account. That means that the privacy levels are a lot higher than what, say, DigitalOcean or GoDaddy will provide. So here we've got that wedge that's forming. We'll probably see the price bounce back and forth, collect a little bit more energy before it takes off in one direction or the other. Obviously, I am bullish, and I expect that all-time high price to be met by the end of the year, in which case these positions here will do quite well. Right now it's at 17 cents. The all-time high is 119% up. And that's a great starting point. Again, this is a very new project. This company is making waves even as a startup. So once we get above that, I think that we'll see $1, possibly even by the spring. Right, 0 by 0, nice pullback today, coming back into our pivot zone here, under the 12-cent mark. That is a great time to buy. I'll definitely be adding to the bag. I said I would, and now we're back into this area, so I'll be adding to the bag here today after market analysis. So if you want to sit back and watch me with that, that'll be for private members only, of course. Send me a message or comment, and I'll send you a link on how to get started with that. But this will be dipping down into here, gives me another opportunity to accumulate. I think I have a trade. I got that one there. And then this one here. Yeah, so I do have a second trade. This one was placed September 7th, and I'm in profit on that one, but it's coming back down. It just tells me it's on sale. That's all this is. This high was beautifully positioned. This breakout out of this downward trend, very encouraging, and the timing is perfect because, again, all of these projects are coming into utility. 3, showing support at the 8-cent level. It's been dipping down a few times here, so it's been on sale a bunch of times, and it is definitely seeming to calm down on this level. I think that we'll see a very rapid movement once this breaks out, simply because this high was just so nicely placed above the high in July. This is really encouraging, and I think that we're just seeing that, it was excitement, and then this is now just reaccumulation. The excitement wore off, but that didn't wear off the investors. It only wore off the people who trade emotionally. And so, yeah, we're reaccumulating here and likely to see that all-time high of 46 cents. And so, just think about that. 46 cents off of 8 cents, that's 4x. It's 4x your money, no problem. And it's not quite 8 cents, it's 888. So that's why it's 400. Link AI, still within this range here. Beautiful buy range. That M formation is telling us that we're ready. We've got more than enough support for a nice bull run. All-time high is around the 30-cent mark. Now sitting at 13. When this moves, it'll move quickly, and you'll be doubling your money, and onwards. The general consensus is that if you're buying this under $1, it's on sale, because it's going to be going a lot higher than that. DEAI, or 01 Labs, after that's all-time high that it formed on October 14th, it has dipped back down. It just touched this pivot zone. So that means that it's in my book, it's in my crosshairs. I will be watching this very carefully. When it comes back down into here, I'll definitely be rebuying, and rather buying. I haven't bought anything on this yet because I was waiting for a retracement. That all-time high, making a retracement now, gives me that indication that it's ready for me to make a purchase. So that'll be another one that I add to the bags today. FAR. Oh, let's go like this. Let's just mark that one, and what was it, link? Yep. Oh, and I said I was going to add to 0 by 0. I'm not going to do link yet. Well, we'll see. I am quite leveraged right now on a bunch of stuff, so I gotta be mindful of my money management. Okay, FAR. This is the video gaming project built off of Polygon. Yeah, it's just hanging out. It's just hanging out like the little sleeper. If we really zoom in here, we can see a lot more detail of what we're working with. And this movement here, this was the big run that I was like, okay, yeah, this thing's got the promise. I got in here because I was excited by the prospect of how well these video game ecosystems are leading this renaissance. And so I was excited by that. And when I saw this movement here come up nice, clean high above the high from October 8th, that's when I was like, yeah, we're definitely making a go of this. And ever since then, it's been showing a lot of support above that 0.8 of a cent level. And yeah, we're ready for that next big push. Shucks. Even if it only goes to this nice little high right here. This high was formed on October 3rd, and it went to 2.2 cents. 2.2 cents. From here, that's 150% growth. Thank you. Yes, thank you. But that's not where my target is. My target is, for some reason, not zooming out. Oh yeah, because I'm on a 15-minute chart. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. The target is the all-time high. That high, at 150% from where we are now, that high was just the high from October 3rd. All-time high is 22 cents, so 10 times that. from here, that's 2,300% growth. So that'd be good. Yeah, like if you wanted to pay your rent next year, take a month's worth of rent and put it in here. Now, don't do that if you're going to lose sleep over that rent money. Never trade more than what you're willing to lose. But that's a nice gain. And even if it doesn't do that, even if it only goes half the way, or even if it only goes to 2 cents, I'm doing good. Next, Tron. Watching this chart just because of how beautifully consistent it is. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, just a beautifully consistent chart. I do expect one more pullback on this one, coming back into this range. This here was kind of a weak test of it. I don't think this is an all-time high. Yeah, it's not even an all-time high yet. And so I think that we will see another pullback into this pivot range. This pivot zone would actually be a great place to buy, I think, just of how much support that would provide. Yes, 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 indeed. I'm really watching. I'm not in this right now. I've got coins like Sundog, for example, is on Tron, but I'm watching this because this gives me a barometer of that ecosystem. And I just like how consistent it is. Again, it's beautiful. Solana, same idea here. Just watching it because I'm within its ecosystem, especially with the Bonk, the new meme that I just got. This one here is, just hit that resistance point in $157, $158 level. It's retraced now to 151. It could very well still drop down and retest the 126 level. I know some people would disagree with that because of how optimistic they are about it, but I'm just looking at the chart, folks. It's having a difficult time. Like when it does get above the line at 157, it doesn't stay there very long. It comes back down and spends more time under that than over it. And so I get we're accumulating, but I think that we could still see one more pullback before it goes up. I'm going to mark that down. I might be wrong, and I'm willing to admit it when I am, but I think we're going to still see the price action retest 126 before we see it able to use the 184 level as support before it can go up. So I think we're going to see a pattern like this before we break out of this high here and head for the all-time high. XRP following its channel, and I called this one here a couple of days ago. You can see my squiggly line, and the price action is following it very well so far. I do anticipate this to come back, retest this resistance on this channel, and bounce back and forth. I think that we'll see a breakout, but not before this kind of action here. Modic, or Polygon, sitting down now at 36 cents, a little bit down from my position that I took in the beginning of October. What was that, the 7th? 8th of October. I took a little position at 37 cents. So it's down right now about 1.5 cents. Is that right? Not quite, just 1 cent. So it's down 1 cent from where I purchased then. But this one here, it's just the video. This is really a big liquidity pool for people in video gaming, and driving a lot of projects with this blockchain. I believe that we're going to see that all-time high price of $3, no problem. Well, between here and there, that's like 7x, I think. Let's just double check, because I do forget. I forget how much money I'm going to make. Oh, I'm still using that pen. Ruler. There it is. So yeah, between here and the all-time high is a 700% growth. That's okay. That's okay. ADA. Yeah, ADA's doing great. retesting this. It's been ranging in here. You know what? This isn't really. It's a pivot zone, but it's really more of a consolidation zone at this point. As the price consolidates, we can still see the gradual incline. The averages are still very positive. I think that we are going to see another week of chop on this possibly. I don't know. With the new moon, things could change really quickly. See a quick movement. If it goes back down, great time to rebuy, folks. Any dips right now in the crypto space, they are for buying. And so, yeah, this one here, I think we're going to see, as it breaks out, it'll crawl its way up. I don't think we're going to see this blast off like a lot of other cryptos, especially when you get into like the layer 2 and altcoins. ADA is likely to have a lot more of a gradual increase as these different levels are challenged. Bears and the bulls are always going to be fighting back and forth. That's just the way it is. That's the markets. Ethereum hasn't broken out of the pennant, so all the people who say it's going to the moon, they are just trying to get you to buy so that their positions can go up in value. The markets always tell the truth, and the truth is right now we have no indication of a breakout. It's still consolidating, and in fact, even if it breaks out of this, I've been saying this for like weeks, even if we break out of this pattern, we still have this trend line to beat and this trend line to beat. So we'll be watching this very carefully as time goes on, and hopefully I'll be able to use this chart in battling people on X, right? Just showing them, no, see how right I was? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But I feel like it some days. Bitcoin hit its resistance again. It's this trend line here already starting to pull back. There were people that took this movement here, and that movement alone brought them 14% gains over 6 days. And yeah, it was evident that it was going to do that because it's just been doing that kind of thing this whole time. There's this channel, and in that channel there's this middle point where it pivots back and forth. And it's been doing that for months. So here, it pulled up, but it couldn't even reach. It couldn't even actually test the top of that range, came back down and retested the middle of the channel, and then went up. And yeah, this 14% here, there's people who did leverage trading on this one, where they're trading 5 to 1, 50 to 1 sometimes, and they actually doubled their money. Even though it's 14% on the chart, they actually doubled their money because they leveraged it. They were doing leverage trading. ADA has dropped against Ethereum over the last little while. We'll be seeing as the market analysis go on. We'll be seeing. I'll be comparing cryptos against each other a lot more, simply because of the outgoing of fiat. Might not happen. It's probably not going to happen for a couple more years. But as we transition out of fiat, I'm more interested in how do these things perform against each other, and where can I make the money there? Because the fiat to me is dead. It's already gone. It's purposefully being collapsed. So why do we even pretend it's relevant still? Is only because it's how I can communicate to other people how this stuff goes. But when it comes right down to it, I care very little about the price value of these things because of how transformative the whole financial world is right now. And so, yeah, I'm more interested in how are these things acting against each other. And ADA and Ethereum are kind of like two rivals, sort of, because it was the development team. The development team of Ethereum got split, basically, and they went ahead. One of the teams went and started ADA because they weren't happy with how these smart contracts were being negotiated on chain. And some people wanted it to be one way, other people wanted it to be the other, and Ethereum wanted it to be unreliable, which is just weird. I don't understand why anybody would want something to be unreliable, unless of course you needed it to manipulate something so that you could do what you needed to do to manipulate it. So I watch these too because it's funny to watch the little, it's kind of like the rivalry between the two ecosystems is fun to watch. So today we've got Cardano definitely, the last few days, definitely retracing out of this upward trend. It is testing this level here, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not it holds its own. I think that we'll see it probably dip down a little bit. And the reason I say that is because of the negativity in the media towards Cardano. So I think it'll suffer a little bit. But again, we're not even that concerned about what it does in accordance to Ethereum because of how much Ethereum insists on keeping an ecosystem running that fails to produce that will randomly fail transactions. Like it randomly fails transactions. Everybody knows it randomly fails on transactions where the money's lost. Nobody knows where it goes. Nothing happens. And even the transaction fee that Ethereum takes, the gas fees on the failed transactions, that's gone too. Randomly. You have no idea when it's going to happen. That to me is like hell. Because think about it. If you know that it's going to suck, it's hell. There's no question. But if you know it's going to suck, you can kind of get ready for it. But when you're told that something is awesome, and then you randomly do a $10,000 transaction and it just goes into thin air, I mean, that would be the equivalent of sitting at the buffet in hell and there just being great food everywhere because everybody's like, oh, look how awesome this food is. And you go and you pick away at the turkey and you got the cranberry sauce over there. You got everything that you need, the stuffing, everything's there. Why is it hell? Well, because you have no idea which bite is going to kill you. That's how I look at Ethereum. Because they insist on having an ecosystem that randomly fails to complete a transaction. Why people think that is going to be relevant 2 years from now, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't have too much attachment to what Cardano and Ethereum do in comparison to each other. Like, I'm not judging this drop in price as something negative. It's just hilarious that people are flocking towards something like Ethereum, saying that that's going to be a backbone for a financial system of transparency. What? No, not if it randomly loses transactions. Anyway, rant over. And so is the analysis. Thanks, everyone. If you have any questions, definitely leave comments on my pages, either YouTube or X. That's where I'm streaming live every morning, 7:15. If you have something that you want me to analyze, definitely go ahead, reach out to me. Let me know what you would like me to check out. And yeah, that's it.